And hello everyone, welcome to another Let's Play. This is Myrokos, and today we will be continuing our Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV, this time doing the Alliance Raid. The Alliance Raid Myths of the Realm. Essentially, if you recall from the end of the 6.1 MSQ, Kryl said that we had, that she had something that we needed to help her out with. So let's see what that involves. We need to talk to this fresh-faced student. A mission in Mordona. The fresh-faced student's face lights up at the sight of you. If you like what you see at any point, please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Give me a follow on Twitch. Hit the notification bells. It's a small thing from you, but it helps out the channels tremendously. Thank you, thank you. Myrokos, welcome back. Are you perchance here to see Kryl? I'm given to understand she has a task for which she desires your assistance. Then I shall fetch her at once. Pray wait a moment. Myrokos, my thanks for coming. If you're now available, I'd like you and Raha to assist me in the task I had mentioned. For you to call on Myrokos, I assume the task in question is somewhat more exciting than sorting through paperwork, which I am pleased to add I have finished. So, if Myrokos is ready, then so am I. Our venture to the bounty has only served to whet my appetite for fieldwork. Not to oversell things, but I suspect you won't be disappointed. Ere I divulge the details, however, permit me to provide some background. As you know, our organization, the Students of Baldesion, was founded by my grandfather, Galuf. Our stated mission was to uncover the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpret her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. We've since learned the whole truth, and it might be said that we've fulfilled our mission, but our work is far from over. In the course of our endeavors, we have also sought to devise countermeasures against threats that come to light. Our involvement with the Warring Triad is an example of such. Well, I remember the Warring Triad. 'Tis my belief that in continuing to seek out the unknown and dealing with threats, we best carry on the student's mission. We best honor those we lost when the Isle of Val was destroyed. Forgive me, I didn't mean to darken the mood in saying all this. I simply wanted to clarify our organization's purpose for a new age. In line with said purpose, I've been reviewing new requests, and one in particular jumped out at me. It comes from none other than Rambros of the Sons of St. Quinac. Oh, been a while since we did anything with him. Truly. Has something happened in Mordona, then? So it would seem, and he wishes to entrust the matter to us. While his missive is sparse on details, he writes that it lies beyond the Sun's expertise. Uncharted territory are the exact words he used. I'd like you to meet with Rambros and conduct a preliminary survey. What say you? Wonderful. When you are ready, pray make your way to Revenant's Toll. I shall let Rambros know to receive you there. I must remain here to oversee our operations, but should it transpire that more hands are needed, do not hesitate to send word. Well, there's no time like the present. If you could go on ahead to Revenant's Toll, I shall make ready and then be on my way. See, Kryle headed back into the main hall. Let's see if she's in there. The last time I was in here, nobody was... Yep, nobody was in here. Okay, so, off to Revenant's Toll. There you are, Myrokos. It would seem we are early. My apologies for the wait. Hey, a long time no see. Rambos, what a pleasure to see you again. How have you been? The pleasure is all mine, my friend. I've been well. And it gladdens me to see that you are too. Now I know you have many demands upon your time, so I shall explain the particulars of our request at once. Recently, an explorer came to us who claimed to have discovered the Phantom Realm. The Phantom Realm? So this is what you meant by uncharted territory. What Phantom Realm? You are not familiar? Perhaps unsurprising, given that it is a lesser-known legend. This legend holds that across Eorzea there exists a realm that appears as a mirage. Though visible from a distance, it fades away as one draws near. While it has featured in myth since ancient times, the realm's existence could not be proven, and thus it is seldom mentioned in literature. In spite of this, fueled by rumors of the occasional sighting, the myth has persisted and continues to capture the hearts and minds of explorers. That you yourself should reach out to us. It is real, then? When first the explorer in question approached us, we doubted him, but we couldn't doubt the evidence of our senses. Nay, the realm is real, as you will soon see for yourselves. Good gods, a part of me still struggles to believe it, but we have no reason to doubt you. Suffice it to say, we are eager to see the realm too. Whatever truth awaits, I pray you will succeed in finding it. Seek out the explorer, one Derek. He has seen more of the realm than us and should be willing to serve as your guide. I asked him to accompany me here, but he preferred to continue exploring on his own. He will be somewhere near the banks of Silvertear Lake, I expect. Understood. Our thanks, Rambos. Come, let us split up and look for our explorer. You said near the shores of Silvertear Lake. Oh my goodness. Remember when we came over here to do that little sparring match with Hori Balder and Coltana? That was a lifetime ago. The explorer doesn't appear to be in the area. Well, Rambo said near the shore, so... Let's see if we can get a little closer. Huh. Okay, a baby Oppo Oppo. You see a small Oppo Oppo, it couldn't possibly be the explorer. Or could it? Just in case you were entertaining the thought, Myrokos, that Oppo Oppo isn't our explorer. I have the man in question with me. In question here with me. Huh. I am Derek, the one who discovered the Phantom Realm. My apologies for making you search for me. Curious about this creature, are you? I found him injured during one of my journeys and tended to him. Since then, he has taken to following me around. He's inquisitive but otherwise harmless, so pray pay him no mind. You are the hero who delivered our star from doom, are you not? With good fortune, that one as capable as you should lend his aid. To be clear, our organization has yet to accept the commission. Before we can make a decision, we would conduct a preliminary survey. Will you guide us to the Phantom Realm? Of course. I will show you the entrance at once. The gate to a realm long dreamed of by explorers. What are you? Impressive, isn't it? When the gate manifested, so too did this magic, allowing one to thus walk upon water. Are you sure it's safe? This is just like a Rianche spell. Oh. Someone conceived of the means to do this at will? An intriguing individual. It's perfectly safe, I assure you. Come. What? By the 12th, you truly can walk here. What magic is this? By what means is it perpetuated? Forgive me. Let us continue on. This is the Phantom Realm. Whoa. Huh. Beautiful. To think that the entrance would lie over Silver Tear Lake. There is nothing out of the ordinary with the environment. The sights, the sounds, the smells all appear as they should be in nature. That is to say, this place is no illusion. I bid you welcome to the navel of the Phantom Realm, the Omphalos. Ook, okay. I don't think the Oppo is going to say much more than that. Well, is it what you were expecting? Okay, we gotta explore. Well, there's the exit. Oh, there's the circus tower. Weird, though, that there are mountains here. I don't recall... Huh. I don't recall seeing much in the way of mountains obscuring the circus tower. And there's... well, there's the entrance to the coils of Bahamut. Huh. Curious that there are mountains beneath us. That's not what the terrain looks like in reality, but maybe there's something else to it? Huh. Is it I think it may just be more of these mountains. Yeah, it looks like more mountains. Then again, in the first, you have the source, which is a lake. And Lakeland is a very mountainous area. Maybe this is more indicative of what Mordona should have been if none of the calamities happened. The Omphalos, you say this place is called. A name of my own conception, I confess. I felt we needed something to call it by. Lest you wonder, the word means navel in the ancient tongue, an allusion to Mordona's location in the heart of Aldenard. As you can see, there are man-made structures and the place appears well kept, yet there isn't a single soul in evidence. Tis my hope that you will help me shed light upon this realm to learn who created it and to what end. I should also like to know why it has revealed itself now. Was it simply chance that kept it hidden or something more? In any case, let us begin by taking a look around, which I just did. Okay. That makes sense. We're doing a survey. Looks like an aetheryte. A stone monument has been erected here, by whose hand you cannot say, but the motifs wrought into its base appear familiar. Yeah, these are the symbols of, well, there's Thaliac, that's my symbol. That's my patron deity. Yeah, these are symbols of the 12. Pray do not mind me. Take a look around at your leisure. In the distance, you see what appears to be the Crystal Tower, though the clouds make it difficult to be sure. It would seem you are in the sky above Silvertear Lake. No such isle could be seen from the outside, however. Yeah, and there's the coils of Bahamut. The Appa seems quite at home, wouldn't you say? How many times has Derek come here, I wonder? A number of structures such as these can be seen in the area. What purpose could they possibly serve? The architecture is unlike anything seen in Aors. They are truly exquisite stuff. Well, we have some Emeraldine-style spirals. And it's named Omphalos. Could this be connected with the ancients? Where is the Appa? Oh, is that it? Yeah, that looks like that's it. Yeah. Or nope. Oh, we can't. It is it, but we can't click on it. Interesting. Finished looking around, have you? What are your impressions? We have only had a cursory glance, but this is truly a mysterious place. The gleaming spire rising beyond the clouds, that is most certainly the Crystal Tower. And judging by its aspect, we are a considerable distance above Silvertear Lake, which would suggest the gate we entered is a teleporter. However, if this isle lies where it appears to lie, then it couldn't have escaped the Battle of Silvertear skies unscathed. Which is to say, we are in Mordana, and yet we are not. It's as if we were displaced from our world, if only slightly. Displaced is an apt way to put it. Was there aught else you noticed? Aye, the motifs upon yonder structure. They are unmistakably the marks of the 12. By which I posit that this was created to be a place of worship. But by whom, I cannot think of any who could have possibly built such grand premises, never mind magically conceal it, at least not in the wake of the Battle of Silvertear skies. Aye, this is a mysterious place indeed. Magically concealed, in like manner perhaps to the ruins of Amdapor in the Twelveswood. The city, I understand, reappeared when the 7th Umbral Calamity weakened the elementals. Huh. Yeah, that did happen. The realm of the gods. Grahatia is pondering how best to proceed. Well, it seems there is but one solution for our ignorance, a thorough investigation. For this, we will require more manpower and supplies, among other things. With your permission, we will confer with our representative Kryl and make the necessary arrangements for a formal investigation. If that is what must be done to commence your work in earnest, then by all means. Without further ado, let us return to Sharlan. Old mortals. Huh? Who was that? You profane the sacred realm with your very presence and must answer for your irreverence. I am Myrokos, the Builder. Myrokos, then the 12 are real. Let there be no doubt, we are not simulacra born of mortal faith. Nay, we 12 are divinities true. And in Heidelin's absence, we are the star's rightful rulers. Its will. Closely have you watched mankind. And we have determined that you, champion of Heidelin, pose a threat to our ascension. You were foolish to wander into our realm. We could destroy you with ease here and now, but as divinities we must demonstrate grace and forbearance. There is but one path. We must weigh this mortal's worth. Hear, hear. Let there be a trial. Oh, another trial. While the mortal would invariably be destroyed, it would at least provide us with a diversion. What? You suddenly appear and expect us to simply comply with your whims? Protest if you wish, but mortal logic means naught to us. You will abide by our laws. Lo, the gateway to our sanctums lies open. Show us the strength of mankind. Show us the honor of mankind. Show us the spirit of mankind. If man would remain the master of his own destiny, then assemble your comrades and come. Come and prove your worthiness. So these are not primals, but real divinities. Huh. Then that means... Seven hells. During my previous forays, nothing like this never happened. I encountered not a single soul, and certainly not gods. And by their own admission, they mean to take over the star? What are we to do? The situation has indeed taken an unexpected turn, but we must try to think clearly. The 12 have long been revered and worshipped in Eorzea, and myths about them abound. But to my knowledge, they have never thus appeared so openly before people. For these beings to suddenly reveal themselves just when we're here, claim supremacy over the star, and challenge Myrokos to a trial. Too much about this feels odd, and it gives me pause. Fair enough, yet as it stands, it seems we can't dismiss the threat either. Wherever they are, if they're issuing challenge, then challenge accepted. Gaius van Balzar once said that the 12 too were simply primals. This is turning out to be another strange affair. I'm kind of curious about this middle one. It's true that even Heidelin and Zodiac were primals, and we cannot discount the possibility, but we know too little to draw conclusions. In any event, these beings seek dominion over the star. As they say, what happens here may have far-reaching implications. To that end, I believe we should take action. Suffice it to say, you are with me. Hi, Autumn. Then the students of Baldezin will officially tend to this situation. In the course of studying the star's mysteries, we have undertaken to deal with any threats that may arise. This is no different. Can I use my mouse on them? Okay, I need to come over here. To think that we would encounter the 12, indeed. Right, let us deliberate a course of action. Derek, know you aught of these beings' sanctums? Aye, they are domains in the Phantom Realm that lie beyond each gate. I've explored them all. Oh, he's already been through them all. Perhaps due to etheric instability, there are times when one can enter when ordinarily one cannot, but it would seem the way has been opened for us. While I encountered no gods during my previous forays, I saw enough to know my way around. I am but a humble explorer and cannot contend with gods, but if you would be willing to protect me, I will serve as your guide. Assemble your comrades, Baragon Beta. As strong as I know you are, we know little and less about our foes, neither their strength nor their true nature. It would be decidedly reckless to contend with them unprepared. And so, as much as I would like to accompany you, I shall do what afford us the best chance at victory. While you set forth to answer the gods' challenge, I will work behind the scenes in my capacity as a student. No, oh no, no, Autumn. Why did you press the... No, I don't want to skip the cutscene. Autumn, please don't step on the keyboard. For one, it would behoove us to arm ourselves with knowledge about the 12, and I shall begin by appraising Kyle of the situation. By thus utilizing our resources to the fullest, we shall overcome whatever trials await. Okay. So let's queue up. Let me just double check that my portrait is... Yeah, it's up to date. With that, if you need to get up and stretch your legs, do so. This could be a bit of a wait. Being a DPS, there's almost always a queue. If you are ready to set forth, then so am I. Okay, yeah, and Grahati has gone back to Cryle, so we just have to wait. Okay, and here we go. Come on, healer. I want to see this. Lovely. Oh, thank goodness. Ooh. That's the spire, if memory serves, from the Astrologian questline, which means that this is indeed the Heaven of Lightning. Oh. Oh, and the statue of Ralger.
So, you are resolved to face me. Come, children of man. Bend the knee. Tremble before my divinity. Behold the virtuosity of the builder. To me, O hammer divine. on ascension, then press on.
The Builder has been made to yield. Intriguing. Then the Destroyer shall take your measure. After you have provided my servant with some swords. Ahead stands a statue I have fashioned for our contest. Come, show me the strength of that. Upon the ground.
Huh. That was an interesting fight. Now we are literally fighting Ralgar on the palm of Ralgar's statue.
By my authority as the Destroyer. I will break you body and soul. Wandering star, descend and destroy. Keep a reverent distance.
Okay, now we gotta... I hope I'm standing on the right line. Whoa. Okay, everybody seems to be coming over here. You sure you want to?
Most impressive. Children of man.
Come, mortals. Enter my realm, if you dare.
Ah, so I got both of those. Nah. Wrong one.
You will be scoured by the light of the sun.
Oh my, it's the city that Nald Paul rules over, is it? Although I thought it was supposed to be a city of gold, it looks like it's more white marble with gold relief.
Just a mirage, or something more.
Your healer nearly bought it. out of the tank buster.
I quite want to see you. Let there be fire. Raging flames dance upon the wind. None can escape the inferno.
There's a triangle here. I want to stay in the middle. Let's see if I'm reading this right. Huh.
This will burn.
I don't know what will burn.
Gift of essence shall the fires burn.
I am Null, keeper of the realm of the living.
I am Thor, keeper of the realm of the dead.
I guess those are Thal's balls.
Prepare to be judged,
They're desks.
children of man.
Ah!
Will you be able to comprehend?
They started without me. Get away from the tank buster, or the tank stack, rather. So I hope this is, yep. If I learned anything, it's don't being the Aries, so that... yeah.
The flames of the abyss consume all.
Whoa. Whoa. Maybe... Oh, okay, these are Thal's balls. Oh no! Ow. Ah! Alright. Nope, we're going the wrong way.
Will you weather my trial?
Okay, directional.
We have only just begun.
Okay. Kind of wonder what would have happened next, but
You have been found worthy.
okay, I got something. What did I get? Ah, okay. You're safe, thank goodness. I rushed here as soon as I heard the tidings from Raha. Is this true? Beings claiming to be the 12 have appeared? Yep. You defeated them all? Incredible. I had no doubt that you would succeed, but I am no less impressed for it. Gahahaha, seldom have I felt such exhilaration. So I don't think I had automated the text, but okay. Then Ralgar. To think that the day would come that we would put on an act for men, I must say, Baragot, you played the villain's role to perfection. So what, it was a ruse? Come now, Master, I merely did what was necessary to compel the mortals to confront us. Still, it pained me to speak to our beloved children so unkindly. So you say, Azima, yet you seemed happy enough to fight them. You did not forget the true purpose of the trial, I hope. Well, I cannot help but be excited. And do not tell me you felt differently. Consider yourselves fortunate, children. 'Tis rare indeed to see Nodthal in such high spirits. What in the world is happening? Didn't you say you had defeated them? Yep. Did they manage to flee? Or perhaps were resummoned? Put up your weapons. You have naught to fear from us. Rest assured, we are not summoned beings. We do not drain the land of ether, nor do we take men into our thrall. But what of the gods who were summoned during the calamity? The ones Master Louisoix called forth to protect the realm. That was not us, but a primal born of your fervent prayers for salvation. Indeed, that the worst of the calamity was averted and the realm restored in its aftermath was a direct testament to the power of your hopes. If you aren't primals, then what are you? Do you intend to rule the world? Why choose to appear before us now? Ooh. This is usually the most straightforward and intended question to ask, but I'm kind of curious. Just as men harbor hopes, so too do we God. To realize our aspirations, 'tis essential that we do battle with you. Thus did I falsely claim that we sought to rule the world. 'Twas deceitful conduct and worthy of a divinity, and I must apologize. Not only for that, but for using my power to do harm besides. These hopes of yours, won't you tell us what they are? We cannot. If you wish to know the truth, you must discover it for yourselves. 'Tis not easy to move forward when there is seemingly no destination, but if you press on, you will eventually arrive at the answers you seek. Aye, you will understand why we hold our peace and far more besides. You will learn the very truth of our existence. Go forth, mortals, and seek knowledge of us, and when the time is right, we shall meet again in this place. When I first explored the Phantom Realm, it appeared to be unoccupied. To think that it was home to the gods. We have met and exchanged words with the 12. When I pause to think, I can scarce believe it. As if hearing about your battling the 12 weren't shocking enough to have them appear before my very eyes, suffice it to say, it's been an interesting day. While much about them remains shrouded in mystery, at least they seem open to reason. In considering our next step, I should very much like to hear your detailed account of them. Right after I have a word with our client, that is. Please give me a moment to introduce myself and then we can review the situation. She's another of your colleagues, I take it. 'Tis well Kryal could make her way here quickly. A divine dilemma. Kryal wishes to take stock of the situation. Greetings, I am Kryal of the students of Baldesion. Do I have the pleasure of addressing Derek, the explorer who sought aid in investigating this place? Hi, I'm Derek, and this here is a baby Oppo Oppo. Yes, I can see that. Doesn't it have a name? None that I know of, nor would I presume to bestow one, for that would be condescending. Condescending? I see. That is very considerate of you. Well, I suppose that's its own being, presumably with its own identity. So I understand you explored the various Phantom Realms with Derek. Would you recount to me the experience? Sure. So while the gods tested you sorely, you did not sense any malicious intent. As Myrokos said, they wish to do battle with us, but 'twould seem they do not necessarily wish to cause us harm. Though much and more about this perplexes, mayhap 'tis safe to assume that they are not primals. As you may recall, Living Way once told us that the art of summoning, as taught by the Ascians, incorporates the fervent desire to assimilate others into one's belief. Thus do the resultant primals seek to enthrall worshippers, who in turn seek to grow their ranks. We might suppose that they were created in antiquity in like manner to Heidelin, but there is no way to prove it. I think I missed something. I'm gonna have to catch the playback for it. Oh dear. Who could they possibly be, and why do they desire battle with man? Even of your little Eorzea, you know precious little. The true identities of the 12, for instance. Oh yeah, Mythok did say that. Mythok did say that, didn't he? Yep. By which we may assume he knew the truth and challenged you to seek it out too. Suffice it to say, you'll do so, of course. Yeah. Insofar as we can ascertain, this is a matter which has implications for the entire star. In light of this, the students of Baldassian formally accept the commission. We will investigate the Phantom Realm and the beings who call themselves the 12. I am pleased to hear that. Thank you. Without further ado, then, I will take a look around. There are a few things I'm curious about. Then, with your permission, I will take myself around Eorzea and investigate the worship of those gods we encountered. Myrokos, Derek, seeing as you've already seen this place, would you care to accompany me? By all means, in which case... Could you stay here with Kryl, my friend? It wouldn't do to leave a fair maiden alone. Ook, ook. I shall be glad for the company. Take care then, and good luck. Shall we ask Grahatia about his plan? Well, let me talk to Kryl first in case I get whisked off somewhere. Raha has also shared his observations with me. Keeping your combined accounts in mind, I shall see what else I can learn here. Ook. Okay, so to explain my plan, it is believed that the 12 were already worshipped during the Third Astral Era when the Allagan Empire flourished. From the Fifth Astral Era, those nations that fought in the War of the Magite took one of the 12 as a guardian deity. This practice has continued to the present day in Eorzea, with some notable regional differences. For instance, the Ishgardians hold Halone as absolute, while Sharlins enjoy a moderate relationship with Thaliak. Yeah, because we were told in MSQ that all Sharlins worship revere all the 12, they just culturally prefer Thaliak a little bit more. By visiting various locations in Eorzea and learning about the 12 as they are worshipped, I hope to identify any similarities or differences between them and the beings we encountered. In doing so, I believe we will draw closer to the truth of their identities. For our first destination, I propose we take ourselves to Ralger's Reach. The place is holy ground for worshippers of the Destroyer and promises to yield useful details. I think Kryl's got the same dialogue. Yep. Okay, Ralger's Reach. While I'm here, there's Ramatia. There you are, Myrokos. Yep. This place served as the base of operations for your investigation into Omega, did it not? How delightful to be here together. If you don't mind my making an observation, it seems you enjoy traveling with company. I do. It's something I had dreamed of for a long time. There's nothing like traveling with good friends. I enjoy company, but sometimes I prefer my own. Is that so? What of yourself? Do you normally travel alone? Aye, in my wanderings I much prefer to have solitude. Not that I avoid people or communities, mind you. As a matter of fact, I've been here before, on the trail of the Phantom Realm. Now that I think on it, more often than not, those places where the Phantom Realm sightings are known to occur have a tradition of 12 worship. Then I dare to hope that we are on the right track. As I'm sure you know, Ralgar's Reach is home to the Temple of the Fest, the ancient headquarters of the Fest of Ralgar. Raised by the Mad King Theodoric, the temple lay abandoned before the Alamegan resistance claimed it for its operations. While I doubt that much literature has survived over the years, the people here may possess some knowledge of the local faith. So let us split up and make inquiries and reconvene here afterwards to share findings. I remember being here with Lise. You read the words inscribed on the monument. The storm of blood approaches fast, hell's open, heavens weep, for no one's soul doth lie beyond the measure of his reach. Once upon a time, Lise explained to you the meaning, that we must prepare ourselves for the strife and sorrow that will inevitably come. Learned anything thus far? Oh, if it isn't Myrokos, is this man perchance a friend of yours? When last he visited, he shared with me the tales he heard on his journeys, and what amazing tales they were. If you have time, I'd love to hear both your stories. Alas, we are in some haste. We're investigating the worship of Ralgar and seek literature on the subject, religious texts, and the like. Can any still be found here? Just about all of it is gone, sadly, destroyed by the Empire, if not the Mad King before that. But we haven't lost everything. The mighty image of the Destroyer, the tales we share at the campfire, like the legend of our nation's founding. We still have these things, and they were a source of great comfort and strength to us in our darkest moments. I see. If you don't mind, I would be obliged to hear your stories this time. Myrokos, rest assured I have this well in hand. Feel free to carry on as you were. Hello. Yes, if you have business with me, please make it quick. I'm due to meet with someone any moment now. Forgive me my delay. Oh, hey! Marjorie, yeah. Why, if it isn't the adventurer who kindly escorted me to the Temple of the Fist. Are you studying monks too, perchance? Ralgar worship specifically. If so, you ought to work together with me and my colleague here. Few things are finer than joining heads with like-minded folk. Researching the worship of the Destroyer, you say? Why didn't you mention it sooner? This is a copy of Destructivity, a scripture of the Fist of Ralgar, the original one of the few texts. The original is one of the few texts that survived the temple's razing and is in the safekeeping of one Professor Eric. I remember he's with the monk quest line. I went to the trouble of having this made for my colleague, only for her to say she doesn't need it, so I will offer it to you instead. Lest you forget, this is your passion, not mine. I'm simply assisting you as a favor, and I'd thank you not to put us in danger. In danger? But danger is the crucible in which the monk tempers body and mind. So sublime, the monks. Well, we had best return to our work. Till next time, adventurer. Myrokos, what were you able to learn? A copy of one of the scriptures, you say? A moment while I skim it over. I see. This chapter appears to be a record of the construction of the great image of Ralgar, written in a style that suggests folklore was committed to parchment. When the deluge of the sixth umbral calamity threatened Eorzea, the ancestors of the Alamegans were guided to safety by a comet. Believing that it was sent by Ralgar, they came to hold him in the highest. This much of the tale I had been familiar with. But according to the scripture, among those refugees who followed the comet, some claimed to have caught sight of Ralgar himself. Their accounts were passed down through the centuries, and worshippers of the Destroyer pieced them together to give shape to yonder statue. I must say, it bears more than a passing resemblance to the being we encountered. Were it that Ralgar were that Ralgar a primal, the explanation for the similarities would be simple. That is, the statue gives rise to a unified interpretation of Ralgar's appearance, which in turn lends form to the primal. However, this fails to account for what inspired the likeness in the first place. If the scripture is to be believed, it was the sightings during the 6th Umbral Calamity, yet for those witnesses to be able to recognize Ralgar, they would have needed an agreed upon idea of his appearance beforehand. If we then consider the history of 12 worship, that had already existed in the 3rd Astral Era, it would not be ridiculous to think that these divinities existed even prior to that. So the question is, did these beings give rise to their respective faiths, or are they primals born of them? I thought we had made it clear. We are not summoned beings. What? Ralgar? Voice? Since time immemorial, our domains have lain scattered across Eorzea. As a matter of fact, one of those in which you set foot is nearby. 'Tis not unusual for mortals to glimpse us. That voice, could they be? Indeed, I am Byragant, and the hawk beside me is Ralgar. I shall elaborate upon my master's explanation. We thus disguise ourselves when we wish to observe the world without, for being seen in our true forms would violate our laws of conduct. Yet though we similarly disguise our sanctums, veiling them in illusion, rents are known to manifest when the surrounding ether is unstable. In such a time, should a gifted mortal chance to be near, they may inadvertently catch sight of us. Of course, during an umbral calamity, etheric imbalance occurs on a star-wide scale, the ideal conditions for seeing the Phantom Realm. Precisely how many times we have been seen, we ourselves have no way of knowing, but that is a sound assumption to make. Well, Byragant, I believe that much shall suffice by way of an apology for our deception, shall we? Indeed, that is all we are at liberty to reveal. Fare you well, children of man. Aside from their reticence, where it concerns their identity and objective, these divinities are certainly approachable. If what they said is true and their worship can be tracked back to their sightings, it would serve to explain one thing. According to my research in the field of comparative mythology, Ralgar is often observed to bear many similarities with Ramu. Assuming both were inspired by the Ralgo of the Phantom Realm, their divergence may be attributable to differences in culture between man and self. Ah. So you believe that they gave rise to the prevailing faiths of Eorzea? Given available evidence, yes, I am inclined to. Yet none of this explains their presence. How and when did beings of such power come into existence? Oh, 'tis you, Kryle. Has something happened? Truly. Very well, I shall take care of it. Kryle has recruited an acquaintance to aid in our investigation, an authority on mythology. I must go and receive her at the Sunken Temple of Karn, where she is currently conducting field work after a brief detour to prepare a little something. Conveniently, Thanalan is home to countless adherents of Naldthal. While I tend to business, may I ask the two of you make inquiries in Ul'dah? Yeah, Ul'dah holds Naldthal in the highest regard. Very well. Excellent. I will join you as soon as I am able, by your leave. So it is just to be you and me and Ul'dah. I suppose it can't be helped. The face of an explorer. Apprehension is writ plain on Derek's face. What strange manners for the one who proposed a survey to so promptly abandon it. I'll not lie, I am not given to working one-on-one with another, but I suppose I agreed to this arrangement. Well, we had best be on our way. He's hiding something. As I recall, Melvaneth's aquarium is still closed for construction, so let us try our luck at Arzaneth Ossuary. You have no objection to traveling separately, I trust? Good, I shall see you in Ul'dah. Now, when will the Melvaneth's aquarium ever open? I wonder. Ah, you are here. Of the deific twins Naldthal, here they worship Thal, who keeps the realm of the dead and weighs the worth of men's souls. In contrast, Nald keeps the world of the living and oversees their financial fortunes. Their names are borne by many a location and religious organizations, some extremely wealthy and powerful, exist to nurture faith in them. On the surface, it may seem strange that a hub of commerce such as Ul'dah could be home to such spiritual people, but it is actually quite logical when one considers that their religion is, in essence, commerce. In any event, Naldthal is a truly unusual divinity. What was originally held to be one god became worshipped as twins. Indeed, rather than two distinct entities, which that which we encountered was a single being possessed of two personalities. Oh dear. Did I mishear? Did he say they encountered Naldthal? Oh dear. And while his appearance differs somewhat to the divinities worshipped, it cannot be denied that there are striking similarities in their nature. You probably shouldn't be saying this here and now. Oh, Derek. We're starting to attract attention. Perhaps we should avoid talking about that here. Forgive me, this is hardly the place for such a conversation. Let us continue it elsewhere. It was careless of me to openly speak of our encounter with the divinity within a place where he is worshipped. Yeah. Hereon I shall exercise greater caution. I thank you for alerting me to my indiscretion, and ask that you keep it between us. Now then, to finish our conversation, as I mentioned, though the Naldthal as worshipped by men appears somewhat different, there are undeniable similarities in their nature. I believe we may report this much to Grahatia. With that, our work here is done. Rather than waiting for our companion to arrive, perhaps we might seek him out at the Sunken Temple. He mentioned needing to make a detour. Were we to set out now, we ought to be able to catch up to him. After all, we hardly know one another. Rather than loiter with an unfamiliar person, 'tis better to use our time productively. Wouldn't you agree? Then let us head to the Sunken Temple of Karn at once. It's a little Alamigo. Uh-oh. Something's happened. Are you alright? If you hear me, please say something. You're here, thank goodness. I found this woman collapsed, though I can see no obvious injuries. By her attire, she appears to be some manner of scholar. Water, food, in my bag, please. I see. Myrokos, may I trouble you to find your bag? I will stand lookout in the meantime. Where? Examining a bag, you find a skin with a little water left, but there appears to be no provender. For now, you decide to take the water to the woman. If I understand her correctly, her bag is somewhere nearby. Please find it. Found it. So thirsty, so hungry. Even an incurable optimist would feel compelled to say that this water skin is nearly empty. Not enough food. I need food. I have not saved dried meat. Tough as leather. Do you have anything easier to consume? Myrokos, Derek, what are you doing here? Actually, that can wait. Steady, Snowgime. I've brought you Archon loaf and coffee made sweet and creamy just as you like it. Oh, they know each other? I am reborn, washed down with the sweet beverage and the life-giving nutrients of Archon loaf. Urge the life-giving nutrients of Archon loaf permeate my being from head to toe. Thank you, kind stranger. However, you knew my preferred source of sustenance. You are truly a godsend. Oh, it's you, Raha. What brings you here? I don't recall mentioning my field work. It's for my research into the Baladians' worship of Izima, you see. Haven't you heard from Kryle? The students are presently investigating the 12, and we would prevail upon your expertise. May I introduce Snowkime? I'm expert mythologist. She is a collaborator of the students, and like many a Charlene scholar, is passionate about her endeavors to the point of forgetting to eat. It's no wonder that Charlene and the great work of Thavnir get along so well. Seeing as she has recovered, may I ask the two of you to tell her about the Phantom Realm? The 12 abide in the Phantom Realm, and you exchange not only words with them, but blows besides? Incredible. And your description of the domains, a thunderous tower in one and a sweltering city in another, are precisely as the heavens of lightning and fire are depicted in legend. In ancient times, the worshippers of the 12 believed that there exists 7 heavens and 7 hells. Etherology has since established that departed souls return to the ethereal sea. But it seems those afterlife domains were more than just inventions of mortal imagination. As a pursuer of myths, I must say it feels somewhat anticlimactic to suddenly have these revelations given to me. But more than that, I'm dying to know more, which is to say, please allow me to join your investigation. We would of course welcome your presence. Without further ado, let us head to the Omphalos. Kryle awaits us there. There's Byrgot. Huh. But where's Welger? Oh, there he is. Interesting. Of course, with Kryle here, they can't take on their regular forms, but that doesn't mean they're not curious. Welcome back, everyone, and welcome, Snowheim. I'm glad you could join us. Kryle, how delightful to see you again. I understand you've been doing a fine job leading the students. But may I say what a lovely place this is. At a glance, this appears to be the highest of the heavens of legend, the seventh heaven. And oh, if those aren't symbols representing the other heavens, I take it. Those are the respective gateways. I should like to pay them all a visit. For Snowheim's benefit, let us review what we have learned thus far and thence deliberate the next step. The gods reappeared before us in Rauger's reach, though they were disguised as unassuming creatures. Their laws forbid them from showing their true forms outside their realm. Yet in the event the ambient ether becomes unstable, such as during an umbral calamity, it is possible for the realm, and indeed the gods themselves, to be glimpsed by mortals. And such sightings, we believe, have given rise to the various faiths practiced throughout Eorzea. As we confirmed in Ul'dah, the Nald Thal worshipped by the people and the Nald Thal we encountered here have more similarities than they do differences. In the course of exploring the Umphalos, two things caught my attention. The first is that the gate, which lies in the innermost area, if each of the other 6 gates lead to an elementally aspected heaven, and we stand in the 7th as Snowheim says, then what lies beyond the last gate? Maybe the 7th heaven proper? This place, the Umphalos, feels more like a crossroads. But I doubt it's the true 7th heaven. The second is this monument. It harbors some manner of magic, unlike anything I've seen before. I will endeavor to decipher it, but it will take time. Divinities that have existed since time immemorial, who abide in domains resembling the heavens of legend. Why have they chosen to reveal themselves to mortals seeking battle? Unless they favor us with more of their secrets, 'twould seem this monument holds the key to solving the mystery. Indeed, much and more yet lies beyond our understanding, but we'll keep chasing the truth together. As I'm sure you'll agree, though, this is tiring work, both mentally and physically. We need to pace ourselves. To which end, might I suggest we return to Revenant's Toll and have a rest before we embark on this next stage of our investigation. That's a lot of sugar. So rarely do I get to simply chat with colleagues. I had fairly forgotten what it felt like. Indeed, and it is quite fitting that we should be doing so here at the seventh heaven. Fitting, that is an understatement if ever I've heard one. The seventh and highest of the heavens, which rules over the remaining six, was right here in Mordona all this time. This isn't fitting, my friends. It's destiny. You are obviously well versed in the myths surrounding the heavens and hells. If you don't mind, I should like to hear your thoughts on them. Invested as they are in their research, it doesn't take much to stoke their passions. My apologies if it makes you uncomfortable. Having always traveled alone, I'm admittedly not too familiar with such a lively atmosphere, but I do not mislike it. He's always traveled alone? How odd. By the way, the two of you arrived at the Sunken Temple rather quickly. Did something happen? Well, as pleasant as this has been, it's past time we returned to the Annex. The paperwork for this commission isn't going to complete itself, alas. Then I shall take myself to the Omphalos. There's so much there that I'd like to see. And I believe I will go for a walk nearby. It's getting a little warm in here. Alright, do take care now. Curious that he should just avoid contact like that. Oh, Myrokos, it's pleasant, isn't it? The smells and sounds of a tavern. It makes one feel alive. Alive. That's an interesting choice of words. And afterwards stepping outside alone and breathing the cool air. I like that just as much. While we await developments, I shall remain here in Revenant's Toll. If there are tidings, rest assured I will share them with you. Thank you for your help thus far. I doubt so much could have been accomplished without you. Okay, and with that, part one of Myths of the Realm is complete. If you liked what you saw at any point, please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Give me a follow on Twitch. Hit the notification bells. And I shall see you anon, friends.